This
like when Aragon returns, but instead of with like an entire army, it's just Aragon on like a shitty horse that has 3 legs and a bunch of fleas. Shitty microphone doesn't work for some reason.
Aragon just waving a floppy dildo, just like, I'm back.
It's just floating in the wind. It's not even a good dildo. It's like made of marzipan or some shit. It falls apart.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bad Melee Podcast, perhaps the most special episode of the year. Because we got... How do I put this? I need help. I need help with this introduction. Not you. Idiot.
Oh.
The founder, the creator, the all-father, the nihilist, the writer.
Jehovah.
He has on record 4-inch Peter. He is now a schoolboy. The doc player is Griffin. Griffin, how do you feel about... Okay, I feel like this is like an RPG, and you're just coming back after being gone for like years and coming back to see like the town, and like the mayor of the town is now like the emperor, and like the guy that you like didn't give any money to in the sewer is like running a shop now. Like everything's just kind of different, you know what I mean? Is that how you... How was your experience?
Wait, like with everything or just this?
Well, Melee, obviously, but like, Melee and like Bad Melee.
Okay, well, so Melee, I stepped away. I went to go do my Griffin things, and I still kept like a look on it in the same way that, like you're a nice, upstanding, upper middle class suburban white individual, and you're not racist, but you go and you see an individual in a sweatshirt, with their hood over it,
right,
across the street.
And you're like, oh yeah, and you're like, you kind of like look over and you're like, I'm not gonna cross the street because I'm not racist, but I'm still gonna keep, my eyes are out there, my ears are out there,
right? Yeah,
so I'm not staring at the guy. But every once I'll just kind of look over my shoulder.
You keep your...
So I'm like, and every time I just like, and every time I look, I just reconfirm like, oh, there's no reason to be looking, So I see him and he's not doing anything. The same way with Melee, I look back and I'm like, oh, it's another Hungry Box Armada Grand Finals out of fucking whatever. No reason to worry.
No reason to flip out. It's all gonna be okay. Yeah. I'm gonna get. I'm going to get my kale chips, and everything's going to be fine.
My kale chips. I'm going to go home and listen to some Radiohead, and then it's going to be all right.
Speaking of kale chips, I'm back in Bakersfield. My sister made some today.
Did she really? God, you are the whitest person I've ever known. Jesus.
Just by association, I think. It's really nice being in this house.
There's kale chips, and then there's homemade kale chips. And that's like that's like
what you do with the nutrition.
That's the next step up
of white people. Jesus.
The only thing worse is if the homemade ones have a secret recipe, or they have a special spice for their homemade.
I bet she put on like
a folded up piece of paper in the bread box.
She probably like put a pinch of black pepper on top of it and was like, not too much. We don't want it to be too spicy.
Look. They're good, okay?
She like puts on a Radiohead vinyl as she cooks them up.
Creep, and she's like just kind of fucking...
The secret ingredient is love.
Also. She's got an apron on, so there's flour stains.
It says kiss the cook.
Yeah.
She got the recipe from Pinterest.
God, we're just breaking down the fundamental core of whiteness in 2016.
So late.
But yeah, for those who don't know, I'm actually at Nieper's house right now while he's in Bakersfield at home, because my dad is visiting my house, and I live in a studio apartment, which is basically just one room. And I'll be damned if I'm going to sit there and talk to fucking nerds on the internet and have him fucking roast me and just fuck with the podcast and all that shit. So that's why I'm at Nieper's right now. I'm basically cosplaying as him. How many times have you...
Really fast. I have one important question. What the fuck is Nieper?
Oh, wait, no. Hold on. I was going to ask, Nieper, how many times have you whacked off in this chair that I'm sitting in right now?
Do you really want a number?
An approximation would be nice.
Okay, let's see. I've been living there for about a year and a half.
Oh my god, we're gonna do
At
that
3 times a day.
On average.
Healthy 3.
Wait, it's all in the chair. That's the only thing you use.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're like
usually in the chair.
you're like
Save
you're like
1 month
upstairs
for
taking a
holidays.
shit, and you're like, oh wait, I'm not in my special chair. I can't do this here.
Wait, are you saying you have taken a shit and cranked one out? You're like, you just said, hey, it might as well. Everything's here.
Never,
I feel like we all have.
Maybe
yeah.
not explicitly during. That's a sensation my body does not need. I'm a young guy, relatively speaking. I have a lot that needs to be new to me. I can't get that out of the way at 20. I got to save that for
Right. That's like a
older.
35 sort of milestone where you give yourself a, what do you call it, hand blumpkin? I don't know. But yeah.
Otto Blumkin.
So Griffin Nieper is actually he lives in Pomona, and he's a friend of mine, and he plays Super Smash Bros. Melee. And I don't know, he was kind of cool, so I was like, hey, you want to be on? Because everybody left. And yeah, he plays Fox. The end.
That's cool. I've never heard of that.
And naturally, I hate you because I can't up throw up air, Doc.
Oh, Nieper was actually a fan of the podcast before he even knew me.
Yeah,
which
it
is
was really weird.
Really weird.
This is like the saddest meeting and becoming one of my heroes.
Yeah.
It's like how you hear about those kids who like idolized Derek Jeter growing up, and then they got to like play with him. That's like the shittiest
and then
version
you
of
said
that.
the N-word, and it's like it just all comes crashing down. Like the whole image is just dissolved. Oh, is he? I'm thinking of what's his name? The guy who played for the Rangers. He's a racist pitcher.
Kramer.
No.
The Palmero?
No, he's kind of old. He was in the 90s. He said something about like AIDS and gay people and shit. It was really fucked up.
I mean, I don't know if it was Rangers, but like I'm thinking Clemens.
Randy
I'm
Johnson.
thinking
Racist pitcher, baseball.
Steve,
I
you're going down a list.
John Rocker. It's John Rocker.
No one gives a shit about John Rocker.
I know, but what he said was so fucked up. So it's like you're a kid and you idolize John Rocker, and then it all comes crashing down. But yeah, so that's what's going on.
Well, that's
where everybody is right now. Where are you guys? Indy is at a house party in his own house where everyone just took a bunch
where
of
I'm not
acid.
invited.
You should have like an acid party where like everybody has to trick each other into taking the acid.
Jesus
And
Christ.
so you never know when it's coming, right? Like that'd be pretty cool. And then you
Party ideas this is straight from Anthony's Pinterest, by the way. Please follow him at the official slime for sick party ideas like this one.
And so, Griffin, where are you right now? Are you in a cave somewhere?
I'm in Montana.
So yes,
kind of.
tell us. Everyone wants to know.
Yeah, please just give us the lowdown.
What's going on with you?
So I was living in Fort Collins, Colorado during my gap year, doing my gap year thing. You know, I'd travel to and fro.
Taking a
I'd work
year
every
off,
once in a
listening to
while.
Radiohead, whatever you got to do.
You know, and then one day I was like, man, this is dumb. I want to go do stuff. What is this Melee thing? So I started my academic pursuits early. I enrolled at the University of Kansas, and I went there for a semester. And I was like, this is busy and hard as fuck. And so, I'm still there. But, I did my studying, my academic good schoolboy shit. Got a 4.0 my first semester.
In this semester, were at the University of Kansas.
Yes, yeah.
This whole time.
And then
you were just sitting in fucking Kansas.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Well, that's basically it. I just kind of like did school. and then it got to break, and my folks were like, hey, we live in Montana now. And I was like, oh, yeah?
You're like, oh, shit.
All right. And
Let's
so
ride.
I'm like, I guess I'll go there. No, that actually kind of segued into the last Melee related thing I did, besides like drunkenly beating the fuck out of everyone in my hall at the game. This semester. I took myself over to one of the biggest Montana tournaments of all time, which is, like 7 people. It was like 32, and I think it was like
record shit.
4. Yeah, dude, like 4 of the two just smelly. It's like 4 of the top 10 showed up, and I was like, I'm just gonna kind of fuck around, and I ended up getting 3rd with my Luigi. And I was like, man, this is how good places probably felt about Colorado. I'm like, that's what this feels like.
Right. You just show up and you just take a shit all over everyone with your secondary, just breakdancing all over the place.
I kind of felt like a dick. They were like, how long have you been playing Luigi? And I was like, I don't.
4 hours. I don't know.
When did the tournament start?
Get all the way up to third.
So you were in the money?
$9.
Nice.
Yeah, I was in the money.
That's nine Montana dollars too.
That's fucking,
different.
adjusted for like whack job, hyper libertarian bullshit. That's like, I believe, a handgun and a half.
Yeah, or 3 canisters of dried foods.
Yeah. No, I beat the number 2 player in the state with I went 1 game Falco, 1 game Luigi, 1 game Doc, and I beat him. And I just kind of like looked at him, and it was like one of those anime moments, where it sucked, and he just kind of like looked at me, mouth agape, and I actually went, "Oh, sorry," and I just because it's basically my attitude towards every melee related endeavor I've had since my sabbatical. It's just been like, yeah, I guess,
Sorry,
and then when I like
sad stranger.
And then when I make someone else, I just feel bad when I beat people now because it's like I don't really care,
right.
And they just wanted money and like notoriety, and I just kind of went yeah, and they lost. I don't know, man.
So,
but now my first semester's over, and I'm like, okay, I got a little bit of time. I figured my shit out. I'll go fuck around. I'll just be a degenerate on bad melee stuff.
So had you been still like practicing? Did you bring your fucking cube to Kansas and?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't actually bring it. I had no intention of playing at all. But it just so happened that someone who lived across and then a floor lower than me had the game and was like a new fan of it and was trying to get into it, trying to get good. And sometime in casual conversation, I don't know, when you just having some beers in like the basement or some shit, it just like came up where he's talking about Super Smash Brothers Melee, and I just kind of something like deep within me, like a ghost escaping through like the pores in my hands. They started like shaking. I was like, uh-oh.
Not like this, not again.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, we should play sometime. I'm like, yeah, I guess. And so he like pulls me by the ear up to his room, and then that was it. So I'd just go and fuck around and dump on him and his stupid fucking friends. And so I'm still not
Did
terrible,
you ever break it to him? You ever swing your little dick around and tell him that you're the bad melee guy?
No, because I still think even among people who are involved in the community, it was probably a roughly 1 in 185 chance that they would have even like an inkling towards what that meant.
Right, of course.
Be like, yeah, I created bad melee, and he'd be like,
what?
He's like, no, I'm also bad. And I was like, oh.
You're like,
that was it. So I just kind of go and see. The moment is when I first played, I kind of fucked around. I like played as Mewtwo, and I'm like, man, it's been so long since I played this game, which wasn't entirely false. And I was just kind of like doing like fucking stupid rolls everywhere and just trying to kill him with only shadow balls. And then I was doing the thing. I'm like, I'll just play as random people, and I did like some spastic shit. So it was like until it finally landed on the character and landed on Doc, and I was like, oh, here the fuck. And I tried to change it, and he was like, no, you said you play your main against me. So we hit start, and literally just he's a Falco. He obviously fucking plays Falco, and he shoots a laser at me, he sprints across, and he does some shitty down air onto my shield. My reflexes take over, and I up B cancel, and he's like, whoa, that's like really hard, isn't it?
You fail, and did you, if just for a glimpse, just feel at one with the universe? Just for
I did. I was like, I got my old connection back, and then I looked, and I saw his eyes sparkling, and I'm like, this is a waste. Don't do it, kid.
It's not worth it.
Just stay in school. Don't do this. But yeah, I'm here now.
You're here now, And wow, what a reunion episode. I can't think of any single good memory that I had on the Bad Melee podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
I think my favorite memory was when Project M died.
Yeah, you were. Even now, it just makes him cackle. You just misery is like a sweet nectar to you, and you just drink. You just drink it like
it's delightful.
Sup upon misery.
It was great. No, that did just remind me, though, the moment where I realized I had just about finished with my studying for finals, and I was just kind of like doing the math in my head where I was like, you know what, I got time. I've been away long enough. I can balance this. It can be fun again. And then I did two things. I sent Anthony a message. I'm like, hey, I'm down to do some shit. And he's like, dope. And then for the first time in like 4 months, I booted up Facebook and went to the Colorado Melee page.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, let's see if any progress has been made. Because my parents taught me that there is no such thing as progress unless the lowest of the low have also progressed forward. And based on my research, we have not progressed at all.
Okay.
It might have actually walked backwards. Yeah.
I like got on the
What was the first thing you saw?
I think oh shit. Well, okay, the first thing I saw was some update from Makoto, which was like, hey, fucking Fort Collins is doing a thing. And I was like, okay, well, this is, that's all right. Cool. And then I scroll down and I scroll down one, and then it's some like fucking flame thing with EGTV and Apple.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I like actually set my phone down and rubbed my hands. I was like, it's been too long.
You walked into the house as soon as Dad was just punching Mom in the face. like
literally like the Donald Glover with pizza in Community gift.
Yeah.
Like, that's what that was. I felt at home. I was like, all is good. They've kept the seat warm. But no, it's been a really interesting experience, like going and looking, because I kept my eye on it. I knew kind of what was going on, but it's been nice to like really look in depth and see like what's been going on. Like, oh, this person's gotten way better. This person's gotten way worse. This is what everyone's bitching about. And it's been nice to kind of look over everything and see, like, because I made some like predictions in my head, like what's going to happen during the time that I'm gone, however long that is. And I was right about most things, I feel like.
Yeah.
Specifically that, actually, this is more of a specifically generally thing, because my prediction was a general one, being there will never be a space of time in which there won't be some stupid fucking issue to like keep the Twitter masses like about. And it's currently like the Smashbox, whatever the fuck. I don't even know what it is.
I think Dan Harmon called that phenomenon the graveyard of the millennial damned or something like that. It was very, very articulate.
But no, from what I've gathered, Gravy like pooped something out, and then he's like, here, and he polished his poop. And he's like, this is this box that they gave me. And everyone is like, this is good. And then everyone's also like, this is bad.
Yes.
And then some people are like, I'm not sure. All I know is they're talking about like digital and pivot up tilts and just a bunch of nonsense. And I'm like, hey, there's like 7 of these things that exist right now. Let me just
8. That's 8. Neeper's cat has one too.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Cat. I thought that was him. I was like, who is this person?
No, my cat just ran in my room. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, Smashbox is a whole deal. It actually is an interesting thing because I feel like this is a turning point, one of many, in like how Melee is sort of gonna change, and it's always interesting to be on those sort of pivots of the world. But yeah, I don't know. So you watched Don't Park on the Grass, right? So you can
that was the first. It was the first tournament that I've like watched.
Oh wow! So that was so you saw Tuck House?
Yeah, I fucking
The legendary stream.
I actually like I've tuned in for things, but I haven't like spent time and been like, I'm watching this. Like I'm setting aside part of my day. Like I'd be like, oh, I'm taking a shit. I'm on Twitch.
Right.
What the hell's a UGC? Interesting. Exactly. And then I would finish. I would wipe, and then I'd go and be productive. But this was the first time that I've like just been like, okay, I'm gonna watch this, and then I tune in and I see Tuck House, Turk House, whatever the fuck, and I'm like, what the fuck has happened? I thought that this was like I didn't go backward. Yeah, I didn't think we went full like fucking caveman SpongeBob, but I thought that this was like a thing that was being done, and I was just befuddled. I had no idea where to even begin. And after like a couple minutes of shock and awe, I was actually like super enthralled with it. And I was a little sad when I realized that wasn't going to happen anymore in the future. Just this fucking streamer, this shitty setup with it, and just memeing on the fucking chat that's for whatever reason on the display. But
yeah, you stumbled upon a bit of an anomaly for sure. And
I feel like I'm glad that was the one I tuned in for, because I feel like there was between the stream, between like the Colorado Smash shit that happened afterwards, between the like
the nun,
that's what I wanted to talk about. That was delicious.
That was so like, because like when you watch it at home, you're obviously not around people, but you yourself are like, ooh, like he's so mad. Like that feeling of watching something unfold like that. It's like watching a World Star video, as close as I think we can get in Melee. Is him just repeatedly spinning around with Ganon, like a mad little boy. But yeah, what'd you guys think?
That was the moment. Anthony, do you remember when we talked about who the most likely person to just haul off and just fucking punch someone at a tournament would be? That is the one moment where I actually
like,
was expecting some fucking handheld footage shit where it's like you're not seeing what's really going on until in the last second you just see a fist come out of the side of the frame and just fucking just rubber band him and just fucking send him off into a corner.
And he punches Kid if that happened. of all fucking people in the entire world.
Just fucking calm, cool, collected, classical music playing Jack Black who likes to wobble. Just cold cock. Oh my god.
No, I think it was especially stupid just because it was None that did it. Like, he was incredibly disrespectful in the entire set. And, like, if you go to the Reddit thread, there's, like,
I didn't check Reddit. I forgot.
It was so
really
funny,
polarizing.
It was
so funny.
It was delicious because there was one person who was like, what if this wasn't None? And it was so bright what this person was saying. Like, what if Leffen did this? What if, like, who else does Reddit hate? I don't know anymore. I think they only hate Leffen. I'm not sure. What if Leffen did it?
Right.
Yeah.
Can you even imagine the like poor sport.zip? But it was like, this guy does cool things with Captain Falcon. I think Kid.
He had likely.
That's what upset me most.
He's likely Satan.
Yeah,
I think he's probably Satan.
And they were like, well, I saw some on Twitter. People were like arguing, like in the DMs, like the Twitter eggs, those lovely people. They were
I love the eggs.
They were like vehemently defending None, like balls to the wall, like I will die for this cause of this man and what he's done. And it was very. I was like, I thought the same thing. Like, would you do the same thing for like someone who is kind of a dick, like for real? Like, None plays Falcon. He's obviously, he's cool. He's a cool styled player. So that like got him so much. What's the word? I don't know. It shielded him.
His actions.
It shielded him from a lot of like criticism and stuff, and actually encouraged defense, which is just really funny. These people are so like. Oh, they just live and die. It's I don't know.
Yeah, and then the one thing I saw, because I was like, this is going to make a conversation in and of itself. But what happened afterwards, in regards to Ices, I thought was even more fun. The booing of poor Nintendude and poor Kid Boogie. Which, can I just say, it's really hard for me to be like, poor Diz Kid Boogie, not because of who he is, but just that fucking name.
Yeah. Well, Nintendude isn't very good either. None of these tags make sense to
I've
the
literally
layman.
known like 8 Nintendudes in my life. It's not a very
to the layman,
uncommon
it
name.
sounds like this is just an absolute weird fucking shitfest. You know what I mean?
This is why we will never become a national sport.
I don't think
because
Diz
people
Kid
will see headlines
Boogie-
where it's like crowd bullies Diz Kid Boogie, and it's like, is this like fucking subreddit simulator or some shit? What does any of the what do these
Markov
words
chain.
mean?
And that's the thing. Well, that's an interesting thing because I don't think that's the case because who grows up and runs the world? The youth, right? Like in decades, it's going to be people in their 40s talking about Diz Kid Boogie, if they still remember. And because I'm sure there'll be some different esport that's like Melee or whatever. And that will be
Crash
the norm.
Bandicoot's action party.
Yeah, they finally came out with the killer app for fucking percentage-based fighters. It was the Crash Bandicoot team. So I don't know. Other than that, it's pretty cool. I mean, the nihilist in me loves watching a tournament go to shit. Even though like people like their reputations are on the line, like good people like TOs and people that like care. But it's always just so nice to see everything just break down into bullshit and scramble and panic, and Tuckhouse has to come and meme to save the day. Like,
It was the best.
It's fucking grand
It was-
finals,
it was
and
the
for some
best.
reason they would still have some other bullshit game being played in the bottom left corner. It wouldn't even be like Melee friendly.
It's like
so then
Mario
it'd just be
Golf.
like fucking yeah, it was supposed to be Mario Party or some shit.
Westball's practicing
doing-
tech skill. It's like we know what the people want to watch.
It was like that moment in the movie. Likely hero turns out to save the day. It was so funny. Like everything had gone to shit, and our heroes had failed us for hours on end. And comes the fucking, I don't know,
Tuckhouse.
the bard,
the bard on his
forbidden sword to slay the beast that is man. And Tuckhouse just rides in on their golden steed, dual streaming with no commentary, and we were all in awe.
It was so, dude, and he was decently funny and clever and self-aware to the point where I really respected his sort of outlook on it. He's like, we're just trying to record this and stream it. Like, don't worry, guys. And I remember someone on Facebook was like, yeah, this guy's like trying really hard to like keep it memey. I don't really care for him, but I like having the stream up. It's like,
I really hope
aren't
they
you
did actually say, I don't care for him.
I think so. I mean, I could name him.
Oh my God.
But it's like, aren't you so fucking enlightened? Like, aren't you just a connoisseur of digital esports professional action? You fucking asshole. Like, this guy is self-aware enough to say something like, yeah, we run PM on the Tuckhouse stream. Like, he has a sense of like, yeah, this is absurd. Here we are, boys. Let's enjoy the ride. And you got fucking people who are like, yeah, well, I really didn't appreciate his jokes, if you want to call them that. It's like, fucking kill yourself, dude.
In quotations.
So,
They air quoted jokes, and they were like, "This is not what I signed up for. I want my stream donation back."
it's like, those are probably the people that like don't think farts are funny. Like, how do you live your life like that?
They go on to Reddit later. They're like, my 6 reasons why I don't think the Tuckhouse streaming was professional.
Yeah. Oh God. So basically,
the
Griffin,
Tuckhouse stream
nothing
was
has
incredible.
changed. Yeah, Tuckhouse stream was the best thing to happen to Melee this year, straight up.
I think you might be right. I'm trying to. Is there anything that did not happen this year that you sincerely expected to happen?
I thought there would
of Melee.
honestly be like of on-screen violence. I honestly did think that, but that didn't happen. We got close, as you guys said, but didn't get there. The dream didn't get realized, I suppose.
Oh yeah, Nunn also tweeted. He said, surprisingly, there was no salt at all. He just wanted to show the world how bad ice climbers are.
Oh,
Like
by
something
losing
around
to
that.
them.
Yeah,
Got him.
I think he meant bad in terms of like the game's
Oh, okay, fair enough.
yeah. In terms of the
viewership.
Right. I did like the mid wobble tweet. That was pretty clever. Those are always
I like that. I was definitely a fan of that one. I think one thing that I expected to happen was a major player scandal. I thought we were going to get one, and then it turned out to be bullshit.
We did.
Well, we kind of did. Mango's really good at keeping his shit under wraps, as sort of outward.
Okay, hasn't that happened like 5 times? I feel like I've seen some fucking like sprouting tree like push through the soil like fucking like amount.
Yes,
and it just gets like fucking.
Yeah, dude, those Cloud9 PR people are so good at just like squashing Mango's fucking disgusting demons or whatever happens.
The community is also really just receptive to just like wanting Mango to stay Mango. And
That's true.
Yeah, no, like I see it and I'm like, is this going to be a legitimate thing? And you know, I go to all the relevant Twitters and I'm like scroll down. Let's see. And then it's like all deleted and disappeared, and everyone's acting like it's normal. Even the involved parties are like, yeah, it's fine.
Like Lauren is just shit posting as usual. Like, oh, like
are you just like incredibly fucking one way or the other, or is it like blink twice if there's a gun to your head, or do you just need to sleep? Like what is it here? But yeah, no, there was that like twice or 3 times. Maybe the 3rd time was last year. And then there was the MACD thing that turned out to either be bullshit or nothing, or also just, I don't know. I didn't pay
swept
attention
under
to that
the rug.
shit. I'm fairly certain it just ended up being bullshit.
We're tight with MACD now. We can't slander his name. This is what esports has brought us, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah, MACD comes over to Neeper's house. He Snapchats Neeper. It's lit.
I know he played with the Neep tag in doubles. It was gross.
Oh yeah, there was the Neep tag.
Disgusting.
I now have my name, national recognition.
Did he say anything to you when he put the Neep tag?
I'm gone for months and you all sell out.
He didn't.
Stupid.
He told me before, he's like, do you want me to wear the Neep tag? Like, trying to get something out of me. And I'm like, yeah, but it's your own choice.
What a non-answer.
Yeah, way to really
That's the most boring answer you could possibly give.
Yeah,
that was like
it was one way or the other.
It's like when you're in
No, hang on.
Wait, no, it's like when you're in a shit relationship and she's like, well, do you want to break up? And you're like, if you do.
Just no backbone at all.
No,
the thing is he is an undeniable crush on me that I've had to
Neeper is very handsome by that. Actually, I think Griffin and Neeper would have to have a handsome off to establish dominance.
I'm not sure. I think
post your high school senior pics.
High school senior pics. That's I'm 2 years removed now. I've got a beard. I've got
it's okay.
facial
Me
hair.
too. I'm 3 years removed.
Oh, dude. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to have a handsome off then. Yeah. I agree with Anthony.
Handsome off. Loser has to kiss the winner.
Ooh, wait.
Ooh.
How does what?
That's not losing.
Griffin, the loser has to kiss the winner. How clear do I have to be about
They
it?
just lean. So they're the lean in. That's it. They're the committing like party. All right.
Right.
What were we saying?
Talking about the Neep tag. Oh yeah.
Oh no, we were talking about
you
things that we expected.
Yeah.
And I said scandal. There was something
Well,
I expected.
Despite what we just talked about, I am straight, so I had to keep it sort of tame response.
You don't want to lead him on.
I don't want to owe him anything. I have an issue with gay guys falling in love with me, okay?
Does it happen a lot?
It's happened at least 3 times.
God, you're so handsome.
It's just
that's your curse.
It's literally only gay guys.
That's also. I feel like that also comes with living in California. I've never really had that issue because until I came to college, I think I've met like 3 gay people in my life.
How is the Kansas school?
Oh, dude, Lawrence is actually fucking
the Christ haunted God's America.
Oh no, dude, no. Kansas is an ocean of conservatism, traditional values. Lawrence is like fucking. Compared to the rest of Kansas, it's like Tangier when like all the fucking when all the authors went there and they would just do blow off of like fucking the natives' assholes and shit. That's what it's like there. No one gives a fuck. It's just
yeah, dude.
I was hearing there was just some fucking some transgender orgy that happened in some person's room, and they said it, and I didn't even blink. I was like, yeah, because it was like the
well, it must be Tuesday.
Thing I'd heard about. But yeah, no, it's just fucking. It's just a bunch of Kansas natives and they're so repressed their entire lives because they live in fucking Kansas, and because they live in Kansas, they go to a Kansas school. But then they get there and they're like, it's fucking college. I'm just, you know what? You can't tell me what to do anymore, parents. I am just gonna fuck this guy in the ass, and then I'm gonna be really sad about it.
I'm gonna do it, and you can't stop me, Dad.
I don't know what that example was. But yeah, no, Lawrence is very, very liberal. I think that's the point I was trying to make originally.
Look, we're not judging you here on the Bad Melee podcast. Your experiences are your own, Griffin, and they make you who you are.
I mean, that's fine. So eggs out there, tell me about my experience. Message me on Twitter. Tell me about my life for me.
That's why, like, people who, like, uneducated, like, middle class, like, people, like, that's why they don't like college. Because transgender orgies is too scary for them. So they just write it off. Oh, it's crazy over there. Oh, yeah, college is a bunch of gay sex. And it's like, no, dude. It's just, you're learning about the world. Okay, no.
You're talking.
But, so, Nieper, okay, how about this? Okay, let's go around to Nieper and Indy and ask what they, thought would have happened in 2016 for Melee, and then let's talk about what we think might happen for 2017.
Ooh, I like it.
So, Nieper,
all right.
Listen,
what do you think should have happened?
This was like my first like prime year of Melee. Whatever did happen is what I went into it with no expectations. I told you I'm still a noob,
right?
But for next year, I don't know. I expect the documentary to be released, and there's going to be a huge influx of new players.
Like the new documentary?
Yeah, the new one. It's going to be
Jesus. I hope I'm in it. I bet I'm in it. I've been in SoCal long enough. There's got to be footage of me like stomp falcon punching some fucking kid.
It's like, and we're going to take this next 10-minute section to highlight official slime's role in SoCal Melee.
Rise to SoCal.
I seriously
it was. What if it was all one big elaborate ruse? It's not about Armada. It's not about like the big league scene. It's just about like fucking just Fred, this like 17-year-old Falco main from Tennessee, who's just like, so I saw this video, and it's just him and it's literally like a 3.5-hour documentary on him trying to multi-shine and then crying and quitting the game.
And it's like the sentimental, like, shows the text of what happened afterwards, and it's like
it's just like in this like black and white freeze frame, and then in yellow lettering after filming for this documentary ended.
Fred went on to get fourth in his local.
Fred drowned in pools in his first region.
Okay, so Indy, what do you think should have happened?
Mine was boring. It's like actually Melee related. I just had someone outside of the top.
Oh my god!
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
He grounds us.
I'm the glue, the boring white Elmer's glue. Not even the shiny purple one that we had when we were kids. Just the vanilla glue that holds us together. I just thought someone was going to beat Armada.
I knew this kid named Dietrich in elementary school who just ate it right out of the fucking tube. Like he sucked on it like candy.
Dietrich.
Yeah, and I think he became a neo-Nazi, but I'm not sure. But I think he did. This is 100% true.
I'm fairly certain there's like
glue eater.
There is like a strong positive correlation between like glue eating and future neo-Nazism.
yeah, I think he's. Yeah. So anyway, go on.
Wait, so what was it? You thought someone outside of the top 5 or top 6 was going to beat Armada? Is that what you said?
That's it. And I'm surprised it didn't happen. A couple people
that
got, like,
really didn't happen.
Unexpected.
He is so good at the video game. Jesus.
Who do we think it'll be? Really fast. Who do we think it'll be?
Probably Plup, to be honest.
Wait, for what?
Dude, Plup
beat
looks
Armada.
like fucking... Literally every time... I remember there was one. Armada did the thing where he does that, and he, through his magic peach powers, does like the most amazing dash back down tilt and then gets 90% out of it. I remember he did that to like... He was at like 120 or some shit. I maybe conflate. I don't remember. But he does it to Plup and takes like 90% off him immediately. And I've never seen someone look so defeated in their life. Like I saw some fucking kid in my class like figure out, like he was sitting across from me. I was working him through and he realized he wasn't going to be able to go to school next semester because he didn't have enough money. Plup looked like 7 times more crushed than that person looked. That's why he just looks so fucking. Most people, when they feel the like level of negative emotion that probably felt in that moment, they like stab people. But it just all got turned into like through some ability to like transfer matter into a different type of matter, took all that negative energy and just turned it into like the saddest looking fucking human I've seen in my entire life. And this is supposed to lead into a point about how I don't think Plup will beat Armada until he fixes his mental like states with it. Because eventually Armada will get the best of you. Like just he's gonna do his thing. Whether it's a stock, a game, a set. I don't think I've ever seen Plup like be capable of being like, yeah, that's fine. He shakes in his head. His SpongeBob hat is like in his backpack, and it's like trying to tell him, it's like just fucking end it, just do it. And he's like,
just kill yourself, Plup. Just do it. It's not worth it anymore. He's like, stop.
It's like fucking his like super deep voice that no one expected him to have. It was like, just fucking end it, man. It's just fucking over. And then he jumps off stage. So I don't know. I don't think it'll be Plup. I think it'll be. I don't know. I think it's going to be done in a way that people aren't even like happy about it.
Well, remember when Smash God almost beat Armada at Evo?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to be one where it's like, it's going to be so out of left field that people aren't even going to be like popping off over it. They're going to be like, wait, what the fuck?
Rocky from NorCal just fucking clutches it out against Armada. Like, oh, well, he is pretty good, I guess.
Some weird shit like that, I think.
I'm waiting for everyone in the comments to say that it's going to be Cyrox.
I was just thinking that, but I didn't want to say it.
Now, of course you were, Garrett. Of course you were. Why wouldn't Cyrox?
Now he's storming off. Look what you did, Neeper.
He's going to go high with his
Cyrox very good, but he definitely just got 3-1 by Bladewise. I think he's a bit off.
Yes, that did happen. And that happened on a Tuck House stream. You don't want something like that being immortalized in a Tuck House stream.
Though, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Bladewise is better than every other Peach besides Armada at the Fox matchup. Because the dude's been getting he's literally like the fucking, who's the Superman villain that just murdered the fuck out of Superman but didn't?
Batman.
No, it's it was the fucking, of Superman. I'm literally Google searching this. I can't believe I don't remember it. Hold on. He's got the rocks, and he was literally in the Batman vs Superman
Lex Luthor
thing. No, not Lex Luthor. He was the fucking alien murdered the fuck.
Oh, like, General Zod?
No, god damn it. He was
I don't fucking
Doomsday.
know, dude.
That's right.
Oh.
That's right. What was I talking about? Bladewise is like Doomsday, because Doomsday's origin story is that this mad scientist was like, I want to make the most badass shit ever. And so he just kept making this thing and then murdering the fuck out of it and then cloning it and then murdering the fuck out of it. And it just kept getting the shit beaten out of it. Like the fucking child called it of like lab creations.
Right.
That it grew into this super powerful being, Doomsday, and then it just killed Superman. That's kind of what Bladewise has been like with the Fox matchup. That it's just been Silent Wolf just fucking multi-shining, like dicking him in the ear for like 9 years now. That he's like, okay, I'm pretty good at this.
Nice callback to A Child Called It. That book fucked me up in middle school.
Dude, I love that book.
Yeah, me too. I read it like 9 times. I just wanted to. It was so fucked up. I just wanted to read it a bunch. It's weird.
Yeah, no, that's my guess for Armada. It'll be some fucking. It'll be some wacky dookie. It'll be some guy from like fucking Canada. Some guy from like British Columbia. I don't know. Some weird shit.
I don't know. I don't think Armada he's way too consistent just to be beat by some random person. I think it has to be one of the top 10.
Cyrox.
My money's gonna be on that.
I think, I honestly think if it's gonna be someone that's like very relevant right now, it would probably be SFAT on like a good day and Armada on a bad day.
But even it could be Westballs too, because the last time they played, I think it was at some European tournament. Like Westballs was looking crazy good, but he was also just being really, really fucking stupid and SD'd a bunch.
Whoa!
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah, whoa! He's so cool. Fucking. Yeah, he looked really nice against Armada, so it could be either one of them.
Yeah. I think
it'll be me. It'll be me actually. I will. I've actually spent this entire time mastering the dog first Peach matchup.
He's just gonna go Fox.
Yeah, just go Fox.
You're checkmate, nerd. Go back to Kansas.
I'll beat him game one. He'll switch to Fox, and it'll literally be like, oh,
or
just JV5 you.
My screaming friends behind me. I'm like, I did not prepare for this.
He's like, you're just sitting there broken.
Neep.
Yes.
You're cutting out.
No. Okay. Yeah, sorry.
No, yeah, he did.
We lost him on that last no.
Neep.
Yeah,
because the voice, it's cool in Discord when you cut out. It's like, and I went.
I thought it was just me until everyone else heard it as well. It was so sick. It was like you were being sucked into your computer.
Yeah. Sorry, the worst part about being home is my internet fucking sucks ass here.
Yeah, dude, get fucked.
And it's the thing is
you don't need that much of internet for Pinterest, dude.
Yeah. My upload speed is like 40 kilobytes bits.
No seeding for you. No seeding The Sopranos season 7 for you, my friend.
I've been looking at my seeds and they haven't been seeding at all.
Stop seeding on your parents' internet. You're gonna get them in trouble. Asshole. It's a joke. No, okay, but let's go around the table. Indy, what do you think's gonna happen in 2017?
Someone outside of the top 6 is gonna beat Armada.
The end. Okay, Neeper.
Tyrox is gonna win.
David Chong is gonna win Evo.
You stole mine. I was gonna say that exact. I have to let him on the podcast now. You know that, right?
Why?
Because he let me in your house.
Oh shit! So, get him on right now. Just have him say hi.
I wish he was here. I'd have him just pop in. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm David Chong. I don't know. I can't do Chong.
David Chong.
Okay. Anyway, what? So David Chong will win Evo.
Melee will be going to an even better golden age than it is
with the Smashbox, of course.
Yeah, with the Smashbox.
Every new kid will use a Smashbox.
Talking of gravy drowned in pools with the Smashbox.
Can I just say that, whenever I feel bad, just watch bad things happen to Gravy.
Dude.
Makes me feel better.
Gravy's cool. I'm like the only Gravy apologist here.
I like
No,
Gravy.
I don't think he's a bad person. I just think it's really funny watching things go poorly for him.
You know what? I can see you saying that, and it makes a lot of sense for you.
Hold on, really fast, before I get my answer, is there anyone else? There's no way I'm alone in just experiencing
I'm not as callous as you. I see Gravy be sad, and I'm like, oh, shit, come on, buddy. Yeah. You can get out of this one. I don't know why.
The fucking encouraging dad when his kid
I seriously just want
to 0-2 in the count.
I want to hold him and tell him it's going to be okay.
It definitely looks like the protagonist in a movie where a really, really hot girl ended up hitting on him, but it was just all fake.
Yeah, they were playing a joke on him at the party.
Now all the fucking cool kids are laughing at him.
Now he's trying to prove himself by being really good at this video game.
I want to hug Gravy, but I'm trying to think of someone who I enjoy their misery to a level of Griffin's terrifying level.
I thought watching him get wobbled was so funny.
That was also funny.
I was so happy to watch him just get shit because he hides behind this guise of when he loses, he's like, oh, I only lost because I went for the most unoptimal option. But fucking ice climbers keep you honest. It's if you lose to ices and you're getting grabbed in neutral when you have a winning matchup on them, you can't fucking reverse bear knee your way out of that one, Just sitting there in sadness. And he was like the kid
reverse bear kneeing your way out of a situation in real life.
So sick. Holy shit. I would be so I would get away with so
cops
much.
Pull you over with a bunch of weed in the car and you just fucking reverse bear in the
You leap out of your fucking window, hit them with the front back somehow thing. They go flying the opposite direction.
And you just run boost into the forest.
You charge up your knee with your car battery, and then you just knee him in the jaw and sprint into the fucking the wooded area nearby. But can I just say, it is not because I don't like Gravy finding happiness in life. It's not because I hope he gets hit by a car. It's that
Of course.
Something about his body language and his face.
No, yeah, his face is so sad.
cute.
Well, it's for us, it's just different.
Though, the funniest to me, though, when they lose, and it's only when they lose badly, either because they just got shit wrecked or because they expected to do better. No, Mewtwo King just makes me sad. He just kind of like his mustache kind of wiggles and he shakes his head.
I was just thinking of that.
And I'm like, God damn it, dude. I know that feeling. My favorite is whenever SFAT loses in a shitty fashion, because he doesn't say, he just fucking his like hands are in the air and he just like puffs his cheeks out and he's like, welp. And it's just, it's just my heart, it got microwave for a little bit. It's tingly. It's like, it feels so good. It's just go back and watch after, oh shit, what are the sets? After Leffen beat him this last time. After Leffen beat him in the money match, I remember this. That was the one where it really stuck out to me. He just, because it's the total lack of other options that he has. So he just kind of like his cheeks expand, and he's just his entire body language is like, well, that fucking sucks.
He is submitting to the will of the world itself.
His makes me happy.
We also can't talk too much on him because we do want him on as a guest eventually.
Dude, okay, no. S5 was going to be on once, and instead he got really high and then lied to us and said he had a family emergency.
And he started carving
because Nieper is like a mod of his chat, and he talks to him and shit, and he like reminded him, he's like, hey, you're supposed to come on the podcast, and he's like, oh shit, so he told us he had a family emergency, and then like 10 minutes later on his fucking Snapchat story, he was just carving pumpkins.
No, that was before. That was like 3 hours before.
Stop trying to defend him.
Fuck. It's over, dude. We're burning that bridge.
People talk about S2J and West Balls looking perma high. SFAT looks like I can see how S2J would just like go outside and, just a joint, namesake. SFAT looks like the kind of guy who would have a fucking like a rig that looks like a goddamn made in 2015 roller coaster made of glass and iron and sequins, and he smokes out of like a fucking, it's got like a dragon's mouth at the end. He's got like a 9x9 inch cube for his fucking wax.
Cost him like $2,000.
He only uses Fiji water to fuel his bomb.
He
looks just cubes. Even everything about him is just because there are stoners who are just like, I'm high a lot, and then there are people
enthusiasts
like who are just like you could walk in and they're just taking dabs out of their ear or whatever fucking shit it is the kids do these days. And he's just like, ugh. That's just what he sounds like. He's like, ugh, oh yeah.
I had a friend like that in high school growing up. Like, we would smoke weed, and then he always wanted to like take it to the next level. Like, no, dude, I read about this thing called a gravity bong, and we just gotta cut like a 2-liter bottle in half, and then like use the water on a bowl, like one of my mom's cooking bowls. I was like, dude, holy shit! Like, what's next after the gravity bong? Like, are you just gonna bring some crack home and
dude, the gravity bong, that's like, you tell people we're going out to get GB hits, they're like, oh, okay. That's like 9. That is like the Charmeleon to today's Mega Charizard.
Yes,
now.
exactly.
Like fucking, it's literally just like wax, and the dabs like they fucking put it underneath their toe, and they like measure themselves with it.
It's like fucking
they just like fucking they light it on fire, and then just like their sword swallowers, then just fucking let it hang into their mouths like it's a fruit by the foot. I don't know how.
Slap it on like a big dab of peanut butter on a fucking sandwich. Just like, yeah, gonna take a load off.
That's what he looks like to me.
Take a load off.
We got really far away from this one. My prediction.
2017, I think SFAT's gonna smoke super weed.
He's gonna find the super weed.
It's like manufactured by some like Swiss scientists in like some secret ass lab.
It was designed to paralyze soldiers on the enemy on the enemy line.
It's a rectangular prism for some fucking reason. The pot is.
Just refracts light perfectly. So my prediction for 2017 is that someone will get their hands crushed by a cinder block from
Oh no!
like an assassination attempt. Because I've predicted it for Dota for a really long time. But the thing about Dota is that their security's too high, right? Like, you can't get to these top players. They're locked up like fucking Fort Knox, and they got security. Smashers are walking around, dude. There's going to be some crazy dude like the Pichu kid or whatever, and he's going to take a fucking cinder block and he's going to just smash Hungrybox's hands, and it's going to rock the world. I'll tell you that much.
And then you get on Reddit, and it's like
5 reasons why I think it's not that bad that Hungrybox got his hand smashed by a cinder block.
Yeah, they're defending the cinder block guy.
Just typing, type.
Look, it would be a victimless crime if none did it, because everyone would. It would be totally.
There'd be some fucking person who literally every single time something happens between the players and the fans, there's one guy who's always like, fans don't owe the crowd doesn't owe the players anything. There would be one person for that. He'd come and just fucking Assassin's Creed, like swoop from the ceiling and throw a cinder block and break his fingers, ruin his life. And they'd be like, what does he owe to Hungrybox? He doesn't owe anything.
You didn't owe him to not break his hands with a cinder block.
You knew that when you went to Don't Park on the Grass too. That there were going to be people there
with cinder blocks because it's America and we can buy them because our country's awesome.
And then you've got the most like fucking
really?
like Sam shows up for some reason and he's like, we got no more cinder blocks allowed within 20 feet of the venue. And he's like rallying, he's sword rattling, sabers. He's fucking
for Smash tournaments, they're like reaching into people's assholes checking for cinder blocks.
There's a bunch of people with it like strapped to their fucking feet. There's like god awful like bootleg sweatpants I see those people wearing.
They're just like sweating bullets in the security line. Like, oh god, I hope they don't find I really need to smash fucking Hungrybox.
One guy came in with like a die cast and like a cement and shit, and he was gonna make it in the bathroom.
Assemble it like a pipe bomb in the women's bathroom.
You can only do it at a 3-day event because it took that long for like concrete to harden.
What if this was never going to happen, and then we just like catch her in the ride this shit, and we've got our own
make
fucking
it so.
John Lennon assassin who's like, he's like, this makes too much sense, and he's gonna go, all right, here, can I just say right now, all right, really fast, if we had to choose one person's fingers to get broken, what would it be?
I mean,
like
someone from
guessing, or like someone we want to have their fingers broken.
like gun to our head. We gotta
I will kill your family unless you tell me whose fingers I'm gonna throw this cinder block, and they're like rubbing it. This one,
it's got their initials carved into it. I mean, the pragmatist
hacks like he's already fucked.
It might fix him.
It just comes out like the perfect task, like Fox. Like
it's like your computer has been broken. You're finally just Jesus, and you just fucking kick it, and it turns on.
He's like writing on his blog, like, yeah, doctors couldn't do anything, but that guy just threw his fucking cinder block in my hands, and everything just kind of snapped into place, and I'm feeling good.
We need egg him to choke slam him again. It'd fix everything.
And then Mango's gonna beat him with his Falcon just one more time, and then he's just gonna quit with his perfect hand.
Oh, Jesus, what if it was Mango? Can you even fucking
Melee
imagine?
would literally die.
Actually,
it would just fall over and die.
I think that guy might get lynched. I honestly think he might die.
Might get rounded up.
Just seriously, like fucking, like they'd organize a posse. Esam would lead it. Be like, we gotta find who did this.
Griffin, what is your prediction for 2017?
Oh, my prediction. I think maybe not a top player, but a top 100 player is gonna get arrested.
Okay, like for some shizwiz shit.
I don't think. Maybe not some shizwiz shit. Maybe some white collar shit. I don't know. But
some
there's
insider
something.
trading, some
Someone just not paying their
embezzlement.
taxes.
You know, a lot of these players have
felony
like
tax evasion.
a lot of these players have like NorCal tech jobs. You know, they're making some bread, and so I wouldn't put it past them to bend the rules a little bit because they don't know any better because all smashers are idiots.
I think it's gonna be that, or think that there is going to be a grand conspiracy thing that either gets revealed to be true or will get formulated, like the Smash Illuminati, but not ironic.
Right.
Where someone's there's gonna be like some new tournament series or some shit that gets revealed, and then there's gonna be like some fucking person who's like there's people behind this. It's shady. It's bad. We don't want involved with this. And then maybe it'll turn out to be true, and it'll be hilarious. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot that this could fit in, like some sort of. Oh, actually, no. One thing that I can actually imagine happening be if a bigger streamer, like, found to be doing some like underhanded shit to make sure they were the ones who got like the streaming gigs for tournaments.
They were like hiring muscle to like lean on the
or some
the
shit, or
TOs.
like fucking some like blackmail stuff. I don't know, something like VGBC, like rather than Showdown Smash, that like, hey, I'll slip you some shit or something like that. I don't know,
some CD shit. Yeah, I can see that. All right, we're gonna wind this down a little bit. I got some emails for Griffin, especially. What I did is had people ask you questions because they missed you so much.
Fucking you poor sad pieces of shit.
That's what I said.
I miss
No,
you too, buddy, even though you don't know me at all.
You don't know my story.
Your
What
voice
you did tell is
activity
deeper.
didn't
okay,
actually-
this isn't to Griffin, but this is actually really funny. And I asked him if it was true, and he said yes. So I just want to believe it. This guy says, I'm from Iowa, and our scene is pretty terrible, especially my Cedar Falls area. The last tournament I went to, a guy showed up who I'd never seen before without any money, saying he would pay back the venue fee once he won both singles and doubles. Mind you, this dude walks in packing a walking stick about 5 feet long, a Rambo Bowie knife strapped to his hip, and 3 controllers wrapped around his waist. After a lot of talking, he somehow finds a partner and gets in doubles and singles. In between sets, he goes outside and swings his fucking Bowie knife around and chain smokes. He ends up winning doubles with his stupid Samus main partner. I end up running into him in bracket, and I pick my main, Falco. He randoms to Roy, then he bodies me. This fuck ends up winning the tournament without dropping a set.
Jesus.
Amazing. If that's true, find the challenge and link it. It might not be true, but you know what? It's just believable enough to where I can at least hold on to the dream.
Dude, those podunk ass Midwest tournaments, let me tell you.
They're the Wild West, dude. They're crazy.
That shit is fucking bonkers. That's all I know.
The first tournament that I traveled out of state to was in Nebraska, and I'm so glad that it was there, because then I stopped living with these illusions of grandeur that like Melee was more esports than it actually like was when it was grassroots. I went to a tournament, it was like in a rundown arcade. Like there was one bathroom, and I'm pretty sure I walked in on a girl on accident multiple times. I mean, everyone did it. Let's be real here.
Right.
UT King was there though, and it was just like it blew my mind, because in Colorado things are pretty like not professional, but if this was your first Smash scene, you're actually kind of spoiled, because like the tournaments we run are nice. They're in like college venues and stuff, and they're ran pretty well for the most part. And they're streamed, and we have a really nice stream. And then you go somewhere else, like a scene that's not as privileged, and you're just like, this is actually super scary. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to take a 6-hour car ride back, because I can't use the bathroom without the fear of being stabbed.
That's a real Melee right there.
Yeah.
You aren't a real Melee player if you play like for your actual life. Like, you don't want to play the guy that you're playing in bracket because you think he might fucking stab you in the eyeball.
If he loses.
Yeah.
Smash your hands with cinder blocks.
Yeah. This guy asked Griffin where he went. Well, we covered that. What do you think about the Why Your Main Sucks articles written in your absence, which has only been like 3?
How many were written? There was Bowser,
Roy Bowser, and Pikachu.
Roy Bowser, Pikachu. I liked all of them. They were fun.
Cool.
They're not me, but you know, they all have their different skills and strengths. I don't know what the next one. I got some article ideas. I got a few of those.
That's Griffin's hopefully going to write something before he exiles back to Kansas with his tranny orgies and.
I'm gonna keep. I might actually start going to tournaments in Kansas too. I'm not sure.
That's a
Beer money. And all that
The
shit.
return of
Dude,
the
a
boy.
fucking growing continental exposure. We have one
look at me.
insider in Colorado, one in two in Southern California. Excuse
Our
me.
fucking
Tell you
just
what.
like our fingers are going everywhere.
If you make top
We're gonna
3 at your next Kansas local, I'll let you join Team Pepis.
Oh shit! Here I go. All right, motivation now. Better start my fucking get a training montage going. Yeah, no, I think I will. I'll be making sure. I don't know if it'll be it won't be anywhere near as frequent as what I was when I was actually doing shit over last year. But I don't know. I could probably swing one thing a week or some shit. Not that hard.
Okay, this guy asks, have you continued to play Melee? Oh, okay, we covered that. He asks, two-parter, is Doc just fucked in this current meta? And also, your favorite porn star? Knowing Griffin, he'd probably say Ayn Rand or some shit.
What do you take of some fucking like proto-libertarian jerk or what the hell? So is Doc fucked in the current meta? He's fucked in the current meta in the sense that there's no one there to represent him, which obviously means like there's a certain degree of fuck. I don't think he's perma-fucked. I don't think he's ever going to be capable of winning a national. Probably not even capable of placing top 8, if I'm being honest. But there's a lot of room for optimization with it, especially... Okay, I think he has a place in the meta in the sense that Doc plus a secondary is more than viable. Like, if you really only need a secondary for a couple matchups, and I won't get into those because it'll take too long, but Doc can play against, I would say, all but maybe 3 or 4 characters in the game evenly. And, maybe one of these days I'll do some serious shit and I'll go more in depth, but in a simple answer, he's fucked right now because he doesn't have people to represent him. But if you got a good Doc and then a secondary to cover some of his more fucked up character plus stage matchups, I think he would have a place as like if the right person were playing him, like a mainstay in like top 32s and shit.
The right person, maybe named Griffin, who has a 4-inch Peter, who goes to Kansas.
Might be out there. You'll see me.
Okay.
Drowning in pools because I don't know how to play anymore.
One more.
It's all right.
Why the hell would you ever want to learn Russian?
I want to learn Russian because, number 1, I wanted to learn a language. Number 2, I'm already decent with Spanish, and that was boring. Number 3,
to get on a
Russian
deeper level with Eichelman.
Exactly. I just
want to communicate
talk
with them on his level.
just speak to him as a human. And also Russian is I forget the exact term for it, but a lot of schools have these grants and extra scholarship opportunities for students who learn these languages that are like underrepresented languages or some shit. I can't remember what they're called, but basically it's languages that are essential for like a developing and more connected global economy. And Russian's one of them, and so they're trying to incentivize learning the language. And so learning the language, what's up?
No, go ahead.
Okay, and by learning the language, I get a lot more like scholarship opportunities for like studying abroad. It looks nice on a resume because I can claim proficiency in that type of a language. Shit like that.
I'd like to study abroad, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so is the reason number 4 is because you can't wait until Putin's boots are on all of our tiny little necks?
And I'm not going to say I've fantasized about it, but I've definitely fantasized about it.
I know one word in Russian.
Melee. Putin play. Oh, what word?
Привет.
You know hello. That's good. You know unformal hello.
Yeah. It's because I'm casual, baby. That's who I am. No pressure. Did you say Putin played Melee?
No, if Putin played Melee, who do you think he'd play?
He'd probably play Hacked Pichu. He'd play like Hacked Fox version, where Fox is even faster and better.
Magic Scrumpy, some Magic Scrumpy character.
Yeah, exactly. He'd play Fast Falling Sheik. Okay, or Short Hopping Sheik. Okay, I think that's all. Who was I going to ask?
All the questions these fucks had for me.
None of the other ones are good. You know how our emails are, dude. They're not the best.
We gotten a dick pic yet?
No dick pics.
Really? I'm actually a little shocked by that. Definitely got a picture of a penis in my Twitter DMs. That was an experience.
Did you?
Yeah, I reverse image searched it. It came from the internet. It's fucking. It was lame.
Don't you hate that?
I was like, Yeah, I was like, come on, dude. At least send me some original content.
Yeah.
If you're going to do this shit.
You know, take the time.
Original content. Last thing, Jacob Brayll Wolf has gotten his contract renewed for another year with ESPN Esports.
Why did you bring this up? You know, I unfollowed him because he made me so mad. His like basicness as a human made me actually angry. And I was like, I can't. This is like fucking with my day every time I open up Twitter and see him.
Did anyone save the OG Jacob Wolf picture?
Of course I have it. Yes.
Okay, I need you to send that to me as soon as possible.
Okay, we're gonna close her off on that one.
We're back to where we need to be, I think.
Good. I'm glad. So, I mean, does that mean you're trying to podcast more, or you just want to write and chill? Look, how about this? The door's always open.
I'll be back on a week to week basis, but I would imagine most weeks. It just depends on workload.
Okay. Good to hear it. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed Griffin's triumphant return to whatever this is. Okay, we're on break for next week, boys. We'll see you back on in January on the 3rd in 2017 is when we will see you. Hopefully, all of our wildest Melee dreams and non-Melee dreams will come true. But for now, it's been Griffin and the boys. And
hey, really fast. If any of you who are just now becoming aware to my existence again, if you have more questions, I got nothing to do for the next 3 weeks.
DM this man.
I'm in straight R&R mode. Yeah, DM me. Ask me questions. Send me pictures of dicks if you.
He's really been wanting it. Just send him one.
It's not that I want it. It's that I know it's gonna happen. For real. FRFR. So you might just. I want to be prepared. I want to know.
Right.
Rather than
you want to be in control of the situation.
Yeah, 3 years from now, I'm like, oh, I haven't checked my old Twitter in a while, and I just go to it and it's a single DM of just some fucking veiny, shitty, off-colored dick. That would ruin my day. Whereas, if I get one tomorrow along with some other DMs, it's all right, that's fine. It's all right. It needs to be from an egg, though. I won't accept it from a person with a face. It's gotta be an egg, because at that point,
the prophecy is complete at that point.
You only are a dick. You have no face. You have no defining characteristics. You are an egg and a penis.
The ideal.
The sum of those two parts are.
Right. So you have it there, everybody. Do what the man asks. And
please, more questions than dicks, though.
And we'll catch you. And we'll catch you in January. Good night.
Hey, check my articles that will be happening maybe at some point.
That too. I'll keep you all abreast. Sick. We have a Facebook page. Oh, follow the Facebook page, guys. I don't know. It's a thing. It's got Airboat on it. It's pretty classic. I don't know. Just follow it. I have a merch section, and it's just a link to Walgreens carpal tunnel braces. So,
what if we actually got merch? Do you think there's got to be at least 3 people that would buy something?
I know, and I don't want to meet them. Right? I don't want to. I don't want to sell out, dude. Let's just say that.
They would be the people. They'll be the fucking cinder blockers.
Yes, they would. People
they're gonna go and they're gonna cinder block Mango, and then it's gonna be the nice benign name of Bad Melee because he's got some fucking shirt. Ours. He's doing it. And he probably sits and just waggles.
And there'll be fucking audio evidence
on the stream cam before he runs away.
Please don't do that. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Do whatever you want. This is America. This is Trump's America now, boys. It's free for all.
Dude, anything's possible. Maybe if you just fucking hit Mango with a cinder block, not even his hands, just you walk up and just fucking beamed him like you're playing the Warriors, the video game. Maybe you'll just become Melee King.
Right. It's like Mike the movie, but with a cinder block and Mango.
You just knock him the fuck out and take his controller.
Yeah, and then you absorb his power, and you're the best.
No! Oh, shit. No, that is what it's going to be. There is going to be, my prediction, there's going to be some fucking drama because someone is going to steal someone's controller.
Okay. That's actually pretty plausible.
fucking stupid. And that sounds like just some minute, like, who cares? I think it will blow up. I think it'll be some stupid shit like that that'll just explode.
Okay.
What I think.
All right. On that note, if Griffin will let me fucking wrap this one down.
all these months coming pouring out.
Yeah, it's you get him going and you get a couple drinks in him and it's over. He just
my engine.
But yes, send those dicks. Okay, good night.
Oh yeah.
The end. Oh baby.
Can I just say there is so fewer pictures of Jacob Brayll Wolf on Google image search than I would have liked.